Hello there. Good afternoon. Thanks for hanging out while we play some more Final Fantasy XI. Yesterday, we were having a really good time. Right as things were starting to get good, I did have to go ahead and end the stream, unfortunately, but fear not, because all that means is this stream is going to start off right smack dab where we left off. So, for those of you that may not have watched, I'll just sort of give you an update on what's going on. Um, so not too long ago, on this character, defeated the Shadow Lord and thus completed the main original storyline for the release version of Final Fantasy XI. Um, After that, I pivoted a little bit and started to unlock the summoner job, and that's sort of where we're at now. In the meanwhile, I was having trouble collecting some of the weather needed to complete the summoner job quest. So I decided to go ahead and make way to the city of Chasm, or the village or outpost of Chasm, whatever you want to call it. And we did make it there. And that's where we were introduced to a whole new region. A bunch of new quests started to unfold. And now that we've reached Chasm through the airship, I'm now ready to go ahead and complete what is essentially the quest line for Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, sort of get that going. That's going to unlock a number of benefits for the character, including the ability to summon more trusts, things of that nature. So that's where we're headed. Give me just a second here. Let me get my mind in the game. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and warp to Selbina, because that's where we pick up the trail. But before I do that, I just do want to just pop out and look at the dunes just on the off chance that there is fire weather. I don't think so, but you never know. So I am going to just take a look, although it's nighttime, so it's unlikely that that's occurring, because I think that does require the sun. But we're going to pop out here and just check. Yeah, no such luck, no such luck. Let me go talk to the weather NPC in Selbina, though, just to see if by chance there is some on the horizon. Okay, let's see. Oh, excuse me. Tomorrow, sunny with a chance of dust storms. Okay. All right, so it's been a while, but you may remember one of the very first times I came to Selbina. There was something that popped up advising me to talk to the mayor here because someone had been asking about me. Let's see if we can pull up the quest. I don't know where that would be. Oh, it's under missions. That's right. Right here. Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. You've been encouraged to meet with the town's leader. We did that. The town's leader has informed you that Gilgamesh is looking for you for a particular adventure. Alright, so we got those goods. Gilgamesh claims that he chanced upon a woman while sailing the stormy western seas, and he wants you to meet her in Nord. Speak to his crew when you're ready to leave. But those with Gilgamesh's letter should use it first. Alright, so we did all of that. Now, I've been holding off on doing this, and the reason I've been holding off on it is because I really wanted to get... Norg is on the same continent as Kazam, or Chasm, and I really wanted to get there kind of the old-fashioned way first, which we did last night, because now we have the key item, the airship pass, so we can go there anytime we want. But let's go ahead and pick up this trail. We're setting sail for Nord, landlubber. Hopefully you can handle the rough seas. So here we go. On this little dinghy, we're traveling all the way to Nord. Here we are. Start Rise of the ZIlart. Yeah, there's no time like the present, right? So here we've walked into Nord for the first time. You are now able to enjoy a new storyline, Rise of the ZIlart. Hold it right there, buddy. This ain't no cafe. What business do you have here? Lion, you finally made it. Remember, she told me to meet her here. You don't have to worry about Rohinja. He's okay. Anyway, I thought you guys welcomed adventurers. Well, for starters, I should welcome you to Nord. However, as much as I'd like to sit down and talk about old times over a bottle of 813 Rolandberry, we must first face our new problem with Camlanot. You mean you don't remember what happened at Castle Zaval? Rohinja, are you alright? It all began with a stone, or so the legend says. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its many-colored light filled the world with life and brought forth almighty gods. Bathed in that light, the world entered an age of bliss until, after a time, the gods fell into slumber. That world is called Vanadiel. The legend goes on to say, from the darkest depths of the earth, warriors of crystal rose. This is all what happened after the Shadow Lord was defeated. As you know, I was the Tailkeeper of the Galka, the keeper of the race's memories. But there was so much pain, so much anger, I let myself become trapped in the dark abyss of swirling rage and madness. People are capable of kindness beyond angels, yet we also commit sins that would put a demon to shame. We all stand precariously on the edge between darkness and light, and when we fall, we are greeted only by madness and chaos. And so I have fallen. Now, we didn't see this. Quite the interesting show you put on. I don't know, it could have used a bit more excitement. The Galka can never do anything right. The Archduke of Juno, and what are you two doing here? We come to reap the seeds that we have sown. You have performed your duty well, as ignorant as you are. I can see that we have a little more cleaning up to do, but that won't be a problem. What are you going on about? Give us some answers. Listen carefully, you sorry excuses for sentient beings. The crystal line will soon be revived, and the gate of the gods will open. That is when the true vanity of legend will be reborn. Eternal paradise, the land of the gods, the dream we ZIlart have held on to for 10,000 years, is about to become a reality. ZIlart, you. You can't be. That civilization perished thousands of years ago. The great bane will devour the fair land of Venediel. The ancient seal will be broken, awakening nightmares of ages past. The blood of innocence will soak the earth, and the world will fall into fear and despair. Galka, Humes, Beastmen, no life on this planet has any purpose or meaning. Like I told you before, we will not be handing over Venediel to anyone. This is our world. So it's been revealed now that the Archduke of Juno and his companion here are ZIlart, an ancient race of people. Yes, I am no longer sensing the impurities that were blocking the power that lies deep within Venediel. The noise has gone. Simply defeating him 20 years ago did not silence the noise. We ran into a snag. We were unable to release him from the crystal with our power alone. However, with the Tailkeeper, we had what we needed. But there is no need to go into the details of that here. I can hear the 5 life forces. I can hear them approaching. Minions of the crystal. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, and as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold to one hope in these darkest of times. The world is nothing but a grave, and you are the maggots that squirm through its rotting corpse. It is time to put an end to Venediel as it is now. Hear us. We sing the song of hope and your requiem. That they will come with the wisdom of ages and strength of thousands to deliver us from our plight. We await the awakening of the warriors of the crystal. Come forth, warriors of the crystal, and cleanse this world of the filth that plagues it. Here we have 5 crystals. Ah, yes. Warriors of the crystal. Farewell, lowly vermin, your time is up. This is the beginning of the end. So my question is, why doesn't the main character remember this? I guess we'll find out. I don't remember from back in the day. It's been so long. Don't underestimate them. Their power is immeasurable. And there goes Ralgrim again, unfortunately. I can still draw energy from this land. I can concentrate it for one last time. I may be able to slow them down. There is no salvation for me. The Ralgrim you once knew is gone forever. I expect no forgiveness for what I have done. But don't let them have Vanity L. So the Shadow Lord truly died this way, we see. You mean you had forgotten what happened at Castle Zaval? You must have lost your memory from the overwhelming shock of the whole experience. But by the looks of you, it seems everything else seems to be working. See that staircase over there? When you're feeling a little better, walk up those stairs and come to the room at the end of the hallway. There's someone I'd like you to meet. I'll go there first and tell him you're coming. See you again. So that cutscene was the direct start of the Rise of the ZIlart expansion. But that is not exactly what brought us here, now is it? What brought us here was the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel mission quest. Let's tag this home point. So we've got a whole like operation underground here. This whole pirate operation. Rare goods and obscure oddities from around the globe can be found in this treasure trove. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go tag this home point. And a survival guide. Pretty interesting NPCs around here. I'll get another one of these tuning fork things. Maybe not. Okay. Little pieces of lore scattered about. So, items is forbidden in the mainland. Okay. He wants to buy unusual items. Oh, all those rusty leggings and things I've thrown away. Now I know what they're for. Okay. That's funny. We have a Mithra bent over picture on the wall there. Sacred branch and lumps of bomb steel. Okay. Right, so here we go. So here's the girl they were talking about. I'm both humbled and honored to be able to exchange words with you once more. I have followed your instructions to the letter. Months upon years I have told, seeking guidance from both man and the heavens, never once letting my training or dedication falter. All this I have done so that we may be able to meet once more. Unworthy though your disciple Aroa may be, her words and emotions are true. You got krill in your ears, boy. She's calling you her master. Do not get angry at him. It's only natural that he does not remember me. I have wholly lost track of what year it is. 884, correct? This time is many, many years before I came to be, and my presence here is somewhat of an anomaly. Did you hit your head? I found you floating adrift. Aldo, you mean to say that you haven't been born yet? I come from an age far in the future when Vanadiel stands on a precipice, and the Master is the only one who can guide me. So you mean to say that Rowinja is this master of yours? And from that outfit you're wearing, I'd wager you were born in the Far East. That is correct. I am the guardian of the Risenjima Sanctorium, and I have a strong link with the heavens as its chief priestess. I know the particulars of the Eastern faith are a bit foreign to the rest of us, but Altana remains a central figure there, even there. So that make you a religious authority. Let me guess, the power of the spirit sent you back to our time? They set me adrift so that I may prevent the darkness which has engulfed my era. What's this then? You're going to have to be a bit more straightforward. Master, do I have your leave to show them our reality? Well, I guess so, right? It's probably best. By your will. In the age from whence I hail, Venadiel is gripped in the vice of fear. In my homeland, we refer to it as emptiness, a blanket of darkness that infects all it touches. The master and his comrades strove tirelessly for a brighter future, and their tale is known by all in time. Many months and years passed. I came to be in this world and trained diligently under the master's gentle hand. Yet it was not long before the skies began to cloud, both figuratively and literally. So keep in mind, all of this is not part of the Rise of the ZIlart expansion, but rather the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel add-on came many, many years later. It descended like a thick miasma, stifling the land under a blanket of silence. I looked into the master's eyes and could see the truth. My homeland was not the only victim. Quan, Mindartio, Adulan. The end times were upon us, and both man and goddess were powerless to stop it. But then how did you survive? The master and my father sacrificed themselves. My mother is from an island known as Risenjima, the land where the final struggle took place. Vanquishing the emptiness was but a fantasy. It was all I could do to erect a barrier to halt its advance. A Pyrrhic victory instead, as the walls of Risenjima Sanctorum could do naught but echo back my own solitary cries. I was trapped for several years when a spirit descended from the heavens to alight on a nearby brazier. She told me there was only one speck of hope that could save us. The Master. I was to find the Master and join my light with his. The spirits opened a path for me, guiding me back here, to this point in Vana'diel's history. Master, I would like to give you this, lest I forget to do so at a later juncture. From what you told me, there will be many trials posed to you before you finally set foot in the land you know today as the Far East. Keep this by your side, and the path will remain open to you always. Follow its guidance, and it will lead you unfailingly to my time. However, now hang on just a minute. If we just follow without doing anything else, we'll just end up at your apocalyptic future. We're the only one left alive, right? That is correct. However, the Master surely has the capacity to experience both futures, one with the emptiness and one without. Please, find a way to. I cannot stay long. Interesting. What in the blazes? Rowange, I can't make her just house the whole thing. Think she's telling the truth? Aldo, this warrants further study. I'll see if my agents can pick up anything. I've never been too good at dealing with complex twists and turns. Give me some time to collect my thought. So, basically what has happened here is this whole storyline with this girl and this whole master and future thing. This was one of the final expansions to the game that came out, I don't know, maybe about 10 years ago or so. It was an add-on that would help players speed along through the game a little bit more, because remember, we've had a decade plus of content now. And so it was designed to sort of tie everything together and help players kind of get through it. So this was the first cutscene for that. But let's actually continue with the Rise of the ZIlart. Oh, no, it's going along with this still. So let's follow this thread. Maybe there is something in that tale Aroa spun. There have been more and more oddities happening of late, all manner of never before seen beasts, people getting lost in places that look familiar, yet somehow a bit off, and so much more I could mention. At first I figured the beast one behind it all, but now I'm not so sure. We gotta take stock of the situation and dig up any common threads. Hey, turn that thing off. Hala, Dem, Mia, seek the crystal. Okay. What was that light all about? A voice, you say. I didn't hear a blasted thing. But hey, if you say so, then you probably did. Hopefully it gave you something to go on, which is a darn sight better than anything I could do. So the clue here is Holodemia, the three teleport crystals on the main continent. So I assume to continue this storyline, that's where we have to go. And I now have the Rhapsody in White key item, which is super duper important. What this key item does is it allows me to summon an extra trust, so I can now have a total of 4 trusts. And it also gives me access to things like the Curio Moogles and all of that. So we'll mess around with some of that here in a little bit. But let's see if we can keep pressing on to the Rise of the ZIlart cutscene. I'm curious to see how well these things blend together. Because what we're seeing now was in the game long before that other stuff. Welcome to Norg. I say he's introducing himself. The whole thing's thrown off. I'm Gilgamesh, leader of these scallywags. My daughter filled me in on your tale. I've had me suspicions about Juno for years. That's why I had Lion investigating these past months. But blimey, I had no idea the Archduke and his wee brother were ZIlart. That ancient civilization perished so long ago, there'd be no record of it. And who be these 5 warriors of the crystal? If they are really the warriors that legends speak of, does this mean that the Bane the song sings of is us? We will cause the blood of the innocents to soak the earth. We will cause the world to fall and tear into fear and despair. So we are the plague that the warriors of crystal have come to cure. I don't know nothing about no crystal warriors or ancient legends, but I do know I'm not going to sit around waiting for the ZIlart to take over the world. Cleanse the world, beginning of the end, that's a lot of fancy talk. But let's see them say that in front of yours. Truly, I'm not running away from no fight. But how can we stop Camelot's plan? We're setting out for the Temple of Ugalapa. While it's not as ancient as Fei Yin, I do know some of the old ruins in the Temple of Ugalepe beyond the Utunga Jungle. Years ago, I journeyed there thinking some booty had to be hidden in a place so ancient. That is where I met up with this strange old woman. Are the ancient spirits still in slumber? Come again when the minions awake. Arg, and then she vanished into thin air. I don't know what to make of it then, but I thought I never would be something so big like this. I'm sure that old lady must know what's going on. Rowinja, I want you to travel to the Temple of Ugalepe and find her. And before you go, stop by and see the chieftainess of Kazim. If you tell her I sent you, she may be of some help. No one's going to believe such a crazy story, but we're going to have to work by ourselves on this one. Here's Aldo. I believe Aldo, how long has it been? What brings you all the way out here? Lion Gilgamesh? It's Verena. She's disappeared. But why would she go anywhere now? I have a bad feeling about this. It may be something to do with Camelot's plan. I'll help you look for her, Aldo, if anything happened to Verena. No, Lion. I have another job for you. Aldo says, Lion, I appreciate your words, but let me gather some information around Juno first. Just knowing that Camelot is up to no good is a start. If I found out anything new, you would be the first to know. Okay, so we are now firmly into both the Rise of the ZIlart and the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel storylines. They're going to run concurrently throughout the remainder of the game. At least considering the path I'm wanting to take. Do we have any new cutscene here? Let's see. A lot of things were just fed to us. A lot of information. We made our headquarters about 30 years ago. The Crystal War and the Unification of Countries. All of this was on Thinko back then. Okay. Make sure you stop by Chasm, talk to the chiefess. Okay. Alright, so at this point, I've got a couple paths I can take. I can pursue the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel storyline that wants me to go to one of the crags on the mainland. I can do what Gilgamesh has asked, which will progress the Rise of the ZIlart storyline. And we can see all of this right here. Rise of the ZIlart. Missions. I'm on mission 3, Chasm's Chieftainess. Of course, I still have the nation missions. There's more of those to do now. And then we've got Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, the path untraveled. So I've got a lot of different paths I could take. So again, going back to this key item that I just received, Rhapsody in White, I think I get...
The man said I was just behind you in another quest earlier. Lol.
Oh, hey, how's it going? You were just behind me. It's good to see you. So this Rhapsody in White item, I think it gives me either 30 or 20% experience point boost. I can summon an extra trust. I can buy things from the Curio Moogles now. I can do a lot of different things. Let's go to the auction house. I want to see if I can get a teleport ring. Yuchin, what quest were you doing? I think there's a ring here that'll allow me to teleport.
Adriru Ogawa, the man, said, what are you thinking as you exist in this world?
What am I thinking as I exist in this world? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm thinking, I don't know which path I want to focus on right now. Of all things. Here we are. Dim ring right there. Ooh, there's a hollow ring. How much is that?
Adriru Ogawa, the man, said I was doing a quest with that name.
Oh, I see. I see. Oh, okay, okay. 10K. I'm going to buy that. Yeah, I do not know that quest. What are you thinking as you exist in this world? Interesting. Okay, so I think the first thing that I want to do is I want to see what kind of goodies these curio moogles have for sale. So I think we're going to go check those out. I've never messed with these guys before. So Yuch and I've started on the Rise of the ZIlart expansion now. Gonna have a lot of fun with that one, I believe. It's been a very long time since I've done any of that content. I've forgotten almost all of it. Oh, this Moogle's talking to me now. Come hither, able adventurer, from the precipitously perilous peaks to completely creepy caves. I've gathered glorious goodies to sell to one such as yourself. You don't seriously suspect I stole this sumptuous stash through some superstitious scheme? I assure you I acquired them on the up and up. You won't find frivolous frauds here, only absolutely authentic articles. Okay. Well, what's he got? He's got all kinds of stuff. Okay, potions. Oh, look, I can buy prism powders and silent oils for very cheap here now. That's good. But a lot of people don't know about that. That's good to know. Good to know. I never have to buy those off the auction house again. Quivers, ammunition. Ninjutsu's food. Oh, he's got good stuff too. Very good stuff. Very nice. What else does this little guy have? Scrolls and materials. Instant warp. Very nice.
Adriru Ogawa, the man, said the Rhapsodies of Vanadiel missions are really fun, so I highly recommend playing them all the way to the end.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. When Rhapsodies of Vanadiel first came out, I played them all. I was already level 99, and I played them all, I think, in a day or two. But I've forgotten almost everything about them. Oh, look, I can buy these chest keys right here. So I'm looking forward to experiencing them as I play, sort of the way I think they were intended. So that should be fun. Oh, look, level 75 gear. Interesting. And I think his inventory expands with every new Rhapsody's key item. Very neat. Okay. $255 points. So I bought all of the trusts already. I got all of those. Let's get some of the cheap stuff.
Adriru Ogawa, the man, said I'm getting sleepy, so I'm going to head to bed now.
Have a good night. Have a good evening, and thank you for stopping by. By the Snall mask. Good to see you. Have a good night. I don't know what that's good for, but we're going to buy it because I'm weird. I think I can upgrade that to be a real sword, maybe. I'm going to buy that too. Okay. I've got 240 points, so we've got a couple 150 spots here. Furnishings, Moogle bed, Leafkin bed, a Mog coupon. Wow, okay, yeah, that's right. What is this? I'm going to look some of this stuff up. So it's just a fan. Not particularly valuable that I can see. Let's go ahead and get some of these mounts. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn that mount in real quick. Hang tight, give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that delay. So normally I have a Dungeons and Dragons game on every other Thursday, and tonight would be the night. But we've had a couple cancellations tonight, and when we have one or two people cancel, then typically what we'll do is one of the players will just run a one shot that's non-canonical, so to speak. But we had a third person call out this evening, so we're just going to cancel tonight. But it's actually given me an idea that gets a little complicated. But I was just sort of relaying that to the other player. I don't know what a Zomit is. I'm curious, what is Zomit? Oh, that's wild. That's a pretty cool looking creature. It's like a mollusk. That's neat. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I've got a choice to make. We can go to Kazim and talk to the chieftainess, or I can sort of pursue this Rhapsodies of Vanadiel thing, which, let's do that. Let me put on the dem ring. Why can't I not wear it? Level 65. Oh, I've got to gain a few levels before I can use this thing. So there's that too, right? Okay, well, that kind of makes up my mind, though. So we'll delay the Rhapsodies of Vanadiel until I'm level 65. Of course, I could just go to one of the telepoints, but it just makes my decision-making a little easier. So let's go to Kazim. All the way in Elshmo. And let's talk to the chieftainess. I think this is like it, isn't it? Right out here? Yes, I am. Nice.
At Brianna Hayes-XL3MC. Said hey.
Hey there, Brianna. How are you today? I don't know how long you've been watching, but we're getting started on the Rise of the ZIlart expansion right now. Alright, so the chieftainess says, so Gilgamesh is asking me to let you pass through to the Temple of Ugalape. Is he? That old dog hasn't changed a bit. Have you never heard tales of Ugalape? Do you even know what you'll be getting yourself into? Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Here, take this key. It opens the door that leads into the deeper parts of the temple.
At Brianna Hayes-XL3MC. Said I had a dream that I woke up in Final Fantasy XI.
Oh, that'd be a scary dream. As cool as it would be to experience this world, I wouldn't want to be there, because we all know how dangerous it is and how easy. No matter what level you are, there's always a rabbit that can kill you. I wouldn't want to live in a world where a rabbit could kill me. Okay, so the Temple of Ugalape. That's in the jungle somewhere, so I think it's high time we go visit Yatunga Jungle. We'll take a little tour. Like I said, Yatunga Jungle is where everybody used to go after level 30 to level up back in the old days. Of course, things are different now, but it'll be fun to go on a little tour. And I think, once again, just like the old days, I'm going to rent a chocobo instead of summoning one of my mounts, just for fun. All right. So there were certain camps we used to hang out in. I'm probably not going to remember where they were at. Okay, sorry about that. Did somebody come in the room? That's always a maze in here. I always forget where I'm going. That's why we choke about it. Plus, I have not been in here in many, many, many years. Okay, I'm going to go left. I used to have all of these caverns and this whole path memorized. So a couple things I'm going to do while I'm here in the jungle. First things first is we're going to the outpost. So I can go ahead and snag the outpost there in the book. And then I believe we're going to go to Yoter Jungle because I think there is a teleport crystal there. Which way are we going? We're gonna go straight on. Oops. Take a left. Some of this is looking kind of familiar. I think sometimes we would actually camp and party somewhere around here. This looks kind of familiar. I think there's a path somewhere up here where you can actually walk across a log above you. And that was a popular camp. Let's see, where am I at? We are going to go to the left. Yep, right here. I remember this very well. I remember camping here a couple of times, right here in this little alleyway. Nope. Brienne, are you still there? If you are, what happened in your Final Fantasy dream? Okay. I remember this juncture point to the left. Okay, so this right here, here's the outpost. Gotta be careful not to fall in these holes. And then this waterfall over here, this is where you get to Sea Serpent Grotto, which is actually Norg. Woohoo! So I want to go to Sea Serpent Grotto because I feel like there's going to be a book there. That's the Hagen. So the trick to getting to Sea Serpent Grotto is to go behind the waterfall here, and there's a cave. Really pretty stuff. This is the cave. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the cave. There's another little cave you can take too, but it's just it's sort of a loop. Takes you to a little valley. I don't know if there's a survival guide in here or not, but I'm going to check. I think there might be. Yep, right behind me. I think I passed it. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, now we've got a really quick warp here in the future if we ever need it. And there's Nord. Of course, we've already been to Nord. Cool. Okay. So, let's go back to the outpost. And let's head back to Yoder Jungle, if I can grab the teleport crystal, and we'll see what's going on in the Temple of Ugalepe. What mount do we want to try? We want to try this new crazy mount that I just got. This thing is going to be weird, I think. Oh, yeah, it's a little cephalopod. That's interesting. Okay. So we want to get to Yoder Jungle. So we have to go down some of these holes. I'm trying to remember which one. I think it's this one. That look right? Oh, let's see. Yeah. That's beautiful. It's very pretty. All right, Yoto Jungle. This is the big brother to Yatunga Jungle. And this is where you have all the crazy, nasty stuff. So yes, there's a teleport crystal here. We're going to grab that. And then we've got the Temple of Ugalepe, Den of Rancor. There's all kinds of crazy stuff here. I don't even know which one to go in, the temple. Oh, there's an outpost too. All right, so here's my plan. We're going to hit the crystal. We're going to hit the outpost. We're going to go into the Eastern Temple. But the point of collecting all of the points here is it's going to be very easy and very simple to get back here in the future. Because there's nothing worse than trying to navigate all of this when you're in a hurry. And there's our crystal and our chocobo. We've got the Yoder Gate crystal now. Let's rent us another chocobo just for fun. And let's see, we're going to go this way, right? We're heading to the outpost now. Yeah, going the right way. The ground is such a pain to navigate here. Imagine trying to get through this without a map. Nice, we've emerged. We've emerged now. We see the tonberries. These mobs are wild. And here's the outpost up here. Very nice. So I'm level what? 60? No, I'm level 57. And these townberries are still easy prey. Which means I could defeat one, but you know, the mobs that are probably in here are no pushover. Okay, can we get into the temple from this entry point? Maybe not. We may have to go to that southern one because I don't see a way in here. I don't see any stairs or anything like that. Yep, that's a way out. The way in will be down here. So we're going to head south. I have very few memories of the Temple of Ugalepe. It's one of those places that unless you had to go there for some reason, you didn't go there. We have a decent challenge mob here. Da-da-da-dum. Listen to the jungle music, the jungle noise. When you pass that cave, all of the ambient sound effects kind of echo. It's so cool. Uh-oh, he's attacking me. Okay, let's go, buddy. I don't think I can get behind him quick enough to... Oh yeah, it worked. Cool. Another thing that Rhapsodies in White did is increase my skill ups. Wow, I don't have a signet anymore. This is not going super good. We're like neck and neck. Let's blind him. No, it didn't seem to do that. Very nice skill ups. This might be a place that I actually come to level up a little bit. Onberry coat. That's cool. Let's just get in this place. Where's the entrance? Through here. Man, this is so cool looking. So cool. They outdid themselves when they put this out. I'm sorry. All right, so we are now in the Temple of Ugalepe. And there is a book, but oh my god, it's all the way over there. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to get sneaky. I just want to tag the book for now. Silent oil and a prison powder. I'm not really trying to do any major combat or leveling at the moment. Let me snag the book, and then maybe we'll spend a little time doing that. Oh, is there a freaking book here? That's a groundstone, okay. This is such a cool zone. I forgot how cool this was. Look at this. This is such good looking stuff. Like I said, imagine being a Japanese player who had experienced everything we've experienced up to this point, and then this comes out. And like you thought you had figured out the whole game, right? And then this comes out, and then all of a sudden, there's all this new mystery again. Unfortunately, that's something that we were sort of robbed of as the American audience, because all of this content was in the game from the beginning for us. Which, from a value perspective is great, but we just missed out on it a little bit. But still, even now, even though I've seen all this before, like it's kind of just seeing it now after like 13 years or 15 years or whatever it is, there's still a sense of wonder, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's that survival guide. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's hit that survival guide. Now we can warp back here real easy. So I know I don't have, I didn't grab a book, a grounds tome or anything like that, but I'm going to rest up, and I'm going to do a little trust party grind here. We're going to see how it goes. Like, what? What was I, 57? Maybe we can get to 60. Maybe we can get to 60. And then from 60, we'll do another map quest and unlock more levels. Because even though they graduated over time, Rise of the ZIlart, it was this expansion era where the level cap ultimately went up to 75. But they did trickle them out. Like it was level 55 at first, and then level 60, then level 65. And, every couple months there'd be a new patch with new level caps. So it's kind of fun to do a little exploring until you're starting to get your butt kicked and then level up some more. Like I said, it's impossible to recreate the original experience unless there was some super, super like dialed in progression server that somebody puts together. You'd never be able to recreate that again, and nor would you want to with Rhapsodies of Vanity Ale being what it is. But still, man, this healing is so slow. So while it is doing that, let me look. I want to see everything that Rhapsody is in white. Okay, so like I said, 30% bonus experience. That's awesome. 100% increase to combat and magic skills. We could see that when I was fighting that Tonberry. Those skill ups were just bang, bang, bang. Let's see. For the Fields of Valor books, there's a reduction in cost for everything that those books offer. Increase of 1 maximum number of alter egos for trusts. 80% reduction in gil consumed by home points. Items for sale by curio moguls. Cool. So that's everything that one key item gives. And there's more too. There's more key items later on that expand upon some of that. More experience point gain. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right, so that's good enough. Let's get some trust in here. Let's do an extra trust this time. So we're gonna keep our buddy Bilateral. Gonna get my heals in with Kapipi. Now we've not done Domina Shantaro or Dark Shantaro, we're gonna call her. Let's do her this time. See how that goes. She's got the scythe. Oh, that's right. Is this one not a? Yeah, she's still a mage. And who else do we want to add? Who we want to add for our new one? Let's do Agido. We're gonna go magic heavy. What are these opals checking? Easy prey. Yeah. It'll get us started. We got new battle music. Oh, nice. I stole some fruit from the Ovo. Oh, look, we got a chest. Might be some cool items in this zone. Let's see. First digit's odd. Second digit's O, 1 or 2. All right, so it's going to be 70, 71, or 72. That's easy. So it's 70. What do we got? A jade cell. Well, that's interesting. I don't know anything about Void Watch, so that'll be interesting. Decent challenge. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I'm poisoned, huh? Okay. Why can't I attack this guy? There we go. Good lord. I probably shouldn't be doing all this fighting without having a signet on. I'm hearing interesting noise. Now it stopped. Oh, it's that crystal. Uh-oh. Let's do this. All right, so I don't have Signet or anything like that. Oh boy. So we're going to go rectify that before we do any serious leveling. But I'm going to have to find my way back to the book. Okay, so let's pop out of here for a little bit. And where do I want to go? We'll just head home. So a lot of interesting developments today. I think I do need to stop for a little bit because I've got some things that have come up that I need to do, but I will be back this evening. And when I come back this evening, I think we're going to pursue sort of a two-tiered approach. I'm going to do some leveling, right? I think before we resume the ZIlart mission, I may go ahead and do the next level cap quest so that we can go ahead and continue to level as we do the ZIlart missions. So I think that's kind of going to be the plan. Limit breaks and ZIlart. Once we hit 65, at that point, I do believe we'll go ahead and pick up the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel missions, and we'll just sort of juggle between the two. But that's kind of my plan. So thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon for this brief stream. But tonight I'll put in a few more hours, and we'll try to get some progress done. But that was really cool. Got a lot done this afternoon alone. So until later, I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll see some of you this evening.